Okay, so I have decided to edit my recent photograph, self-portrait right online live. I ran a test on it, and the test was on a completely different photograph, but I think that's okay. Let's just see if I can minimize myself a little bit, and I can try to show you how I attempt doing it. So this is me. I have attempted to do two different photos, and I actually didn't know which one I was going to go with. It turns out that my camera focuses better, self-focuses on this one. So we did. I took it completely myself. Sometimes I refer to my camera as a person. So I decided that this will be better. So this is one of the photos that I've already photographed myself, that I've already done and edited, but it's a little bit off in terms of hold on one sec, my music. In terms of sharpness. So if you can see over here, it totally focused on this side. And I don't know, I had like face tracking and stuff, but then again I had a few issues yesterday. Instead of on my hand, and on my hand on the top. So that's a pity. But then I have the other one. So let's get to it. Let's do it. So color-wise, I'm going to try to recreate this. I think I like the color itself, so I'm going to try to recreate that. I have my notes already, so I know how I'm going to do it, but for now I'm just going to start with removing blemishes from myself. I like to do that. I find blemishes to be distractive and distracting, and when you are the AA makes it a little bit slow. When you are looking at a photograph, and unless it really does need to be there, like the distractions in the skin, then of course you can keep them. It's a personal choice, but I don't want people to focus on the distractions on my skin. I want them to focus on the skin itself. I'm gonna do as much retouching as possible because I really don't know just how much of the photograph I'm going to clip later. Definitely I'm going to chop off my face because I don't need it. I do have a policy of taking photos without my face being shown. There is one more that I wanted to recreate, not recreate, but I wanted to honor the victims and survivors of Holocaust. So this is definitely going to be another picture, because we are in the anniversary of the Second World War starting in September, when Hitler marched in Poland. So the topic has been in my head for quite some time, but I just didn't know how to show it in photographs. But I did find a jacket. Ralph Lauren's jacket. I don't know if you know, but Ralph Lauren. His real name is Ralph Lifshitz, son of two Hungarian Jewish immigrants to the United States, so he is very Jewish. Yeah, so I found a jacket online and I wanted to wanted to use it, but whether I get to buy it, I'm gonna definitely make a bid on it. But if will I be the lucky one to buy the jacket? I don't know. I'm gonna try. If not, then I'm going to have to do something else. But yeah, for now I'm gonna focus on my editing. So let's see. There's also some distractions on the skin right in here. It's actually not so many, and that's good, it's not so many. I take care of myself, I hope, I think. There's one over here. You know, and I'm not a perfect person, so unfortunately I have some, you know, stretch marks and things like that here and there. So, okay. Ta-da! And that's me. Maybe we can also get rid of some of the hair. But there's also one distraction here. So. Either way, I hope everyone is doing great. We're 6 minutes to the recording. We're pretty much done with skin retouch. I like to do a quick quick retouch. The hair over here is not really bothering me so much. But if we need to subsidize it with something else, like in the background, then of course we're going to do it, or I'm going to do it. Just like to have a little bit more clean look to it, so let's see what happens. Can always edit that a little bit later, but all these distractions, this one's a little bit sucky. It's okay. We can do an overlay later and just delete it. I don't need to edit my face because my face is not going to be visible. Alright, so we're gonna save that. And now I'm going to think about but maybe I'll just do a little bit like that. And perhaps get rid of the maybe we should just it's just the light. I think my fingers are somewhat okay. I do like to have nice and, you know, painted nails, even if it's not a color. Oh my god, one time I had a model, I photographed her. She was really nice, came from Sweden, but she had these really awful nails, and then I spent a lot of time editing the nails. Alright, so we have that. Right. I'm just going to edit right on here. We would clip it somehow here. Yeah, I'm just gonna edit the, okay, we're gonna go to a little liquify because there are some few distractions that I don't like. For example, here, I like to have it just a little bit. Cleaner look. Just the zip, maybe a little bit in here. And as you can see, please don't panic, I am not liquefying my own body. So there is no need to shout out that I'm doing something totally out of range. Just needed to. I see absolutely nothing with liquefying bodies. If we stick to the realistic proportions, then I don't see anything wrong with that. Sometimes it's okay, and sometimes if we go for some more artistic look, and we really want to turn somebody into some sort of like a person, you know, anorexic and stuff, and to raise awareness and attention, it's better to liquefy the person than ask her to starve herself 3 months before a photo shoot. I think that's self-explanatory. Why at this point liquefying would be better. If we would be doing some art that emphasizes on women and girls and struggling with eating disorder, then I don't see a reason why we shouldn't liquefy. It's better to liquefy than photograph a starving person or anorexic person, and potentially encouraging people to just self-harm, just, you know, self-harm their own bodies and mind. Okay, sorry, I got distracted because something came to my phone. Okay, so let's save that, and now I'm going to work on camera raw or in camera raw, and I usually write my things down on a piece of paper. Old school, but it's okay, I like it. So what do we, okay, we're gonna start with light, and I have 1.45. Let's go just to, let's see if we like 1.45. I do have to look at my other screen because I see it better over here. Okay, so we have 1.45 on the light. On contrast, we have -50. Then we have on highlights +40. Then in shadows we have +50. Then we have 30 on whites and blacks. And that's about it for now in here. Then we're gonna go in color, and we have -10. I always like to desaturate, desaturate as well, but also take the temperature down. I think it makes the skin look amazing, and I'm a huge fan. It's between 5 and 10. I think my most go-to is -7, but between -5 and -10, it's the way to go for me on temperature. We have vibrance on -5. And then we have saturation on -20. Saturation here desaturates the entire thing. And then we can, for example, desaturate only red. Okay, so now we're gonna go on texture, and texture we have -10, just to give a little bit like a glow. Is there something on my screen, or is there something that I didn't edit? No, it was my screen. Okay. And then we're gonna go no clarity, no nothing. And then we're gonna go in color mixer. We start with reds, and reds we're gonna have at -40. Oh, sorry, reds -40. Then we're gonna go orange. -20. And there are a reason that I like to do -20 on oranges and yellows, because it gives the skin a nice and glowy look. But if you really go down on, let me show you, on oranges, oh, maybe not so much, a little bit more, and then the reds, it gives you more like a dead skin look. Something like this. Right. Hey. Like especially here around the fingers. And I like it. I really do. But this one, I want to keep it a little bit reddish. And so we're going to keep it at -20 and then -20. And reds was -40. Right? Yeah. So I think that's okay. We have a little bit pinkish thing, but okay. We can also go a little bit down on magenta or purples and things like that, but they're not really making that much of a difference. A little bit, but not that much. So we're gonna skip it. So we have that. And I think it will match. Just think about all the... So we have this one and then we have that one. Right? Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Now we're gonna have to chop it a little bit, crop it. And I like the detail over here that I have my I need my Alt key, that I have a little bit of tiny little bit of blood in here. I try to show the detail a little bit and hold my hand a little bit out, but when you take photos you don't really see it, and yeah, and that was just a little bit. But I can always zoom in and take that detail a little bit, show it. I think I like it. So now we're gonna have to crop it and chop it. So I'm thinking we're definitely gonna have to take it like a little bit like this. We don't need the so much detail going on, so we don't really need that much detail. I'm thinking some about here. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's okay. Or we can do even more crop. Maybe something around here. And I think that's it. I think I'm satisfied with it. I probably may want to remove some of the hair a little bit more. I think I'm rather satisfied with the results. So, if you do like it, let me know. If you don't like it, also let me know. You're welcome to check out my Instagram page. There's a lot of going on the computer. But yeah. I think the fact that we do have a little bit of hair over here just gives it a little bit more natural look instead of all this very extremely polished. But I think this is something that I would go with. Yeah, I like it. Good. So this will be it, and we're gonna save it, and we're gonna post it on our Instagram page very, very soon. So thank you for joining me for today, and see you next time.